everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I will get a partner soon, but I'm starting without because I waited till really late to do this, and I apologize. That's on me. Tomorrow, I'm aiming for not to be so late, but let's get right to it as long as we're here. At the PCPD, Jordan asks Andre for help figuring out who the killer is because it has been enough already with the killings. We need to figure this out, like, right now. And Jordan, Nathan, and Andre make a timeline of victims, and they think the next target, don't know what I was trying to say, could have been another staff member, like when they found the discarded syringe. So Andre thinks the whole outage, syringe, and Liz attack thing are all connected, because what are the chances two killers would be walking through the hospital? That is just redonkulous. So they think Liz walked in on something and didn't realize it. So maybe that, I think this is me saying it. Maybe not. Nope, this isn't me saying it. So maybe he's not, we don't know, is not a serial killer, but has an axe to grind against certain people. And it turns out all the victims had a similar stomach bug, and were they brought there to die? That's strange. The plot thickens, like, as we get up on this. So the victims apparently were the only ones admitted to the hospital with this stomach bug, which makes it seem that, like, you know, it's not just, it wasn't random because nobody else had it, and maybe General Hospital itself is another victim. Maybe the person has an axe to grind against the hospital. And my feelings, I go, well, what if it's not a serial killer at all? What if, I watch too many crime shows, what if there is one intended target and they're just making it look like a serial killer so that the police are looking for, like, the wrong profile, you know what I mean? So at Perks, Kiki visits and she sees the books and she's like, someone left their books here. And Morgan's like, yeah, I applied for a full semester at PCU. So she doesn't, like, jump out of her seat, which I guess he's disappointed at, and she thinks he's taken on, like, a super heavy workload, and he thinks that she doesn't believe in him, but he totally caught her off guard. She was not expecting this in a million years. So she says he's not being fair, you know, that she was caught off guard, and, you know, she's focused on how he felt about school before, and she's like, is this something you really want to do? Because you didn't seem so thrilled about it. Did you even do well before? And then he's like, well, I think you're just threatened, you know, you make stupid tips at your job and I'm doing something with my life. And then immediately after he says it, he apologizes, but she's like, you know what, bye, I have to go to my stupid job and get my stupid tips. Which, you know what, tips aren't stupid. My friend's going to the UK on tips she got this summer at her job. I couldn't think of the name of it, but I just went to Montana and experienced her tour bus, and it was great. Anyway, so plot device Darby's back, yay! And she's surprised about Morgan going back to school too, but seems a little more supportive-ish, and I was like, oh, I think I see what they're doing, and I don't like it. Pull it back. Kiki, actually, maybe don't, because then Dylan can be back in the, you know, mix of things, and I'll be right back. So plot device Darby tells Morgan to buy his paper online so he won't have to write his first essay because he's already behind even though it just started.
That's terrible.
And, like, I kind of feel bad for the actress because the writers seem to be like, what are all the bad things? Let's cram it into this character. Like, does Darby have any redeeming qualities at all besides the fact that she is responsible and communicates, which more than we can ask for some people.
She did communicate.
So he doesn't, I get kind of salty at times. So he doesn't want to cheat because, you know, he's going back to school for a reason. And he's like, what's the point if I'm not going to learn anything? Like, and, you know, she's like, all right, whatever.
Well, another week off his medication, he'll be cheating.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for him. Yeah. Oh, well, I think you might have slept through that part. So at Finn's place, well, because we're already pretty much there, kind of. So at Finn's place, Hayden helps Finn take his medicine, and there has to be a better way.
I thought so. That's what I said. You stole that from me.
I did. So Hayden takes a selfie of them.
I know, that was so cute.
I know, right?
And he posed and he smiled.
So she plans on selling the diamonds and using the proceeds to fund his research.
That's nice.
And he's like, that's nice, but, like, you don't have to do that. Like,
well, plus it's illegal because as soon as she starts selling the diamonds, they're going to find out.
Yeah, and what if his research gets audited? I don't know how that stuff works. Like, how are you going to explain that? So
That's
she's
true.
like, hey, let's talk about our feelings then. And, you know, that's just what someone wants to hear.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about feelings.
He's like,
so.
look, I'm dying and I'm still in love with my wife. So, you know, a catch.
Yeah.
And she's sad but understands. Like, she's still kind of in mourning too, although she's like, I'm not comparing it to what you're going through. It's just, you know, it would be rebounding and that's not good for either of them.
Yeah, and that was nice that she put that little, like, caveat there, because her and Nicholas were like,
yeah.
you know, not the loving couple, like,
No.
you know, we assume Finn and his wife were.
Yeah, a bullet in the head is usually not an anniversary gift or even a gift you would give your
No,
girlfriend.
I think that was, like, the engagement ring.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was before they got married.
Oh, yeah. So, either way, she does plan on making things right, though. She's not,
She
like,
does.
using
She
it.
seems like she's being nice, but there's got to be a catch, because...
I don't know. I think she's just evolved as a human being. So
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
she's
hospital,
evolved,
Sabrina
alright.
is back on staff and in her scrubs.
She looks good.
And she approaches Tracy, and Tracy's like, look, the hospital might be closed tomorrow, so
Yeah.
enjoy your first and last
Update
day.
your resume. She just got her job back today, and now she has to update her resume.
And
She
what's
doesn't
she
have
gonna
much
put
to
on
add
it?
to
Was
it.
kidnapped, and like,
Yeah.
she hasn't had a job since then.
And I worked 12 hours, and then...
yeah, went on the run with a criminal. So Franco is with the
You don't put
recovering
that
and
stuff on your resume.
but that's all she's done. She hasn't worked.
No, but
since
now
she
she's
left General
working at the hospital.
Oh well, she wasn't. Okay, anyway.
Like right now, she's working like going to work
Oh.
12 hours. She's going to work a shift. The hospital's going to be closed.
2016.
Because you don't put
2016.
that you're like
Yeah.
a criminal. You don't
No.
put that on your resume.
Usually. So Franco is with the recovering and still unconscious Elizabeth, and he tells her she
He's
has a
such a
secret
freak
sister, and she starts to wake up. So Sabrina kicks him out so he can get rest and food, and she'll call him when Elizabeth wakes up. So Elizabeth is starting to wake up. What are the chances? And she's asking for Franco and about her sister. And then when Sabrina, like, she's fully conscious, Sabrina asks her about it. She doesn't remember, like, saying that. So Sabrina tells her that she's back on staff. Yay!
Yay.
And then tells her that Hayden was released. Ooh.
Oh, and she gets so
Didn't
upset.
go over well. So Elizabeth is, like, super upset.
Yeah,
and
very
wants
upset.
to get up. Usually you shouldn't when, like, you've lost a part of your spleen. You know, you shouldn't be getting
Yeah,
up.
well, she's got stitches and everything. She
Yeah,
could,
not
you know,
good. No.
like, rip them out, and she could get sepsis. That's what
Exactly.
Sabrina's worried about.
So
She's like, don't get sepsis.
Elizabeth tells her about the pouch of diamonds that Hayden had in the whole story, this, that, and the other thing, and that, you know, Hayden will go directly to prison. So she tells Sabrina exactly where the diamonds are so Sabrina can bring them to the PCPD, and they're in her house, in her kitchen, with the silverware. So
Yeah,
just where you
that's-
keep millions of diamonds.
Yeah, I know.
So Sabrina is heading down to get them because she just got to work, so why not make a personal run?
Yeah, she's just going to leave. She's going to leave her
So
shift.
Hayden then is standing over Elizabeth, super not scary at all, you know. So Elizabeth starts to freak out a little bit, and Hayden's like, "Oh my God, she's on the stairs. Chill." Pretty
I
much
thought
just
it
like
was
that.
like a dream.
Yeah,
That she was
I
standing
didn't.
over her, but
See, I knew it
she
wasn't a
was
dream.
there for real.
So Hayden is
She's
like,
very
"Look,
smart.
I was the blood donor." And Elizabeth's like, "No, you weren't." And Hayden's like, "Yeah, I was." Like, "Hush,
I
you've been
saved your
unconscious."
life.
Yeah. So then she tells her pretty much about the deal, and Elizabeth's like, "Too bad the diamonds are gone, and you're going back to jail." And Hayden's like, "What?"
Yeah, that did not go over well.
Yeah. At the Metro Court, Paula is on the phone. And whoever he's on the phone with, it's their birthday. And he's like, "I really want to be there, but I have a commitment to fulfill for you." And he's almost done with it. And so
Yeah.
could this whole serial killer thing be covering up for the one murder he really wants to commit? Oh, that's where I put that. Go figure out where I put that. So is he talking to Susan? It almost sounds like he's talking to someone younger, though. Because, like, I don't know. Who takes... I don't know.
I
It's
got the
weird.
impression he was talking to his daughter.
Yeah, but...
I do.
The way he made it sound, it's like
And
I had
that-
a feeling he was talking to someone younger.
And that he's trying to make something right for her.
Yeah.
So someone wronged her. And what would Monica have done to someone?
Right, so he
'Cause
sees Monica.
He's really after Monica.
And then he's like, "I have one last present on the list." And like,
Yeah,
is Monica
scary.
the intended target? Because I don't approve. I mean, I've read the spoilers. They don't say who, but they say someone big is gonna die.
That oh, like, it's not Monica.
Yeah, like someone first it said 2008, and then it said 2012. So I don't know, like, who. That is sketchy. Some people thought it was originally gonna be Olivia, and because
What do you
then
mean 2008, 2012?
like they said someone who's been on since 2008 is gonna die, and then it was like someone who's been
but
on
Monica's
since 2012.
been on the show from the beginning.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm
Like-
saying those reports are not like
She's been on it for like
because a lot of people were thinking it could be Olivia, and then Dante and Lulu would raise Leah. You know what I mean? But I hope it's not Olivia.
I love Olivia. But I don't want anyone to die.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
So is he talking? Okay, I read that part. Okay, so Tracy tells Monica that an emergency meeting was called, and they want to close the hospital down due to emergency. So Paul sits down with them, and they involve him in the details. Because why wouldn't you involve the DA in the details?
Yeah.
When the DA's the murderer, that's when you know.
He's the murderer.
So Monica is super hopeful the hospital will reopen, and Tracy's like, look, we can lobby and block the closure, but if it closes for too long, the staff's going to want to get other jobs, and then it'll never reopen.
Well, that's what happens. You lose your staff.
Yeah, so she tells Paul to light a fire under the police department. Not literally. See, she should realize who she's talking to. You tell a killer to light a fire, figuratively, they're going to do it literally. Don't do that.
He might light a fire.
Yeah, don't light a fire. Light a fire to find the killer, or GH is done for good. And what did you say? You were like, conflict of interest, because he is the killer.
Yes.
So he won't want the killer caught.
That's right.
Yeah, see?
So he's not lighting any fire.
No fire.
But the thing is, if the hospital closes, he loses his access to Monica.
Yeah, which is why, we're not up to that part yet.
I know, but I'm just saying for this part.
I know. So Franco is sitting at the bar. Kiki's there tending the bar / being a waitress. I'm not really sure. So he is talking about moving in with Elizabeth. And Kiki's like, does she know that this is the plan?
That was good.
Kiki's like, look, you need to back off because... Sarah Jane, why are you texting me? Okay, sorry, the new update, it wouldn't go away. So Kiki's like, look, you need to back off because you're acting like Morgan. And he's like, what? And she's like, no. Like, you don't want me to say that, then stop acting like Morgan. And that sets him straight because he literally just did the same thing Morgan tried to do. Like, he couldn't have been more literal.
I know. He is planning for them to move in together, and they were on one date that ended very poorly.
Yeah, very poorly.
They never really went on the second date.
No. So he says that he made the blood transfusion happen, and he slips about there being some kind of truth, and he doesn't know what to do. Say the truth or just say nothing. So she tells him to trust his instincts, and she personally would choose diplomacy, but he needs to do what's right for him, and she needs to do the same thing, apparently. She's had a realization. So Sabrina calls... Franco to let him know that Elizabeth is awake and alert.
Yeah, because she did say she was going to do that.
Yes, so and then Tracy runs into Finn and wants to recruit him as an ally, and he's in it to win it. Like, totally. He wants this hospital to stay open because he can't move his research anywhere else. I'm so glad they brought him back.
I love Finn.
And now we're at the end scene. So Kiki calls Morgan. He apologizes, says he was wrong. She apologizes too. And, she's totally with him 100%. And Morgan is doing really, really hard work playing solitaire. So that's not getting, I'm not judging because I've procrastinated many a time with solitaire. It's like my number one thing to do. But, if you're going to spend your own money and
is good.
Go to school and want to be in school, do school.
What do you mean spend his own money? He's not paying for the school.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. So he's not that invested in it.
Nathan gets a call. Sabrina's there with the diamonds from Hayden Barnes, tells him the whole thing. Elizabeth tells Hayden that she turned the diamonds into the police, and Franco is hearing this conversation. And Hayden is literally shaking with anger. And she's like, you know what? You're not getting any more blood from me. If someone pushes down the stairs again, don't come crying to me. Unless she's going to say, it'll be me. But I'm glad she didn't say that. And then Franco comes in and is like, hey, you two. Be nice to each other.
Yeah, this is great.
Because Elizabeth is your sister. And then they exchange looks. They're like, what?
So, that was real.
So I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about Franco, but we were just really told 1,000,000%, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, that Hayden and Elizabeth are definitely sisters. And then instead of Franco letting it be this long, drawn out 4-month storyline, he was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna tell them. So you gotta appreciate that about a soap opera character. That they're just gonna cut to the chase. Your sisters.
He's telling them, and his mother said, absolutely do not tell this because that's where her money comes from. Because now that this is out, she doesn't have a hold on Naomi. So there's no more money.
No more money.
So good job,
Not that there was
Franco.
any money, though.
Well, there,
anyway.
there would have been some sooner or later.
So, Jordan and Andre are trying to figure out what the killer's grudge is with his victims, and Monica's alone in her office, and then Paul comes in behind her with a syringe, and I'm like, oh no.
No, not Monica.
So then Tracy wants Finn to speak to the board, and he's like, there's better people. Not so much. And then Paul grabs Monica.
Oh, he grabs her.
He, like, injects her. Does he totally inject her? Does he not?
Oh,
my God.
It looked like a good injection.
If they help her in
Bad
time,
injection.
If they help her in time, can they save her? Is it Monica? Is there going to be someone else? I am
We can't
stressed.
lose Monica. We can't lose Monica. But maybe we'll know tomorrow. We don't know.
So, that's it. Renee General Hospital recap. Does Monica die? Yeah. So.
To try that a couple times. Wait, that's
that's Star Wars.
Star Wars. That's
all right.
A whole different
In a galaxy
one.
far, far away, Monica.
Well, let's keep good thoughts for Monica and that she pulls through this because she has some of this serum in her, whether he gave her a full injection or not. But he had no one stop him.
I mean, they saved Lucas, so I mean.
Did he get a full injection though?
I mean, no one stopped him.
Oh, okay.
So
well, maybe then if someone finds
Monica.
if someone finds her quick enough. Okay.
All right. Okay. That is it for today. We will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital.
Yeah.
Hopefully
have
sooner
a great
than
day.
this. And yeah, have a good night, and we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.